Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ Sons and our brand new Madden 22 franchise series where we are going to be trying to rebuild the Atlanta Falcons and get them back to the Super Bowl. Now, this is going to be a process. In the Madden 21, we started out with the Houston Texans, and really they were a team kind of on the rise anyways. They were just that one step away. The Falcons, not so much. And the problem that we have is we're going to have a pretty tough schedule to start out. I mean, we are facing off against the NFC East, and then you have the AFC East mixed in with a couple other teams. So, along with our division, obviously. The first 5 weeks, we do have, it says 3 home games. It's really only two, as one of them is going to be in England. And then we really get into the meat of the schedule where we will be facing off against our division opponents. That's 6 games right there. We got them against the 49ers. We got them against the Jaguars. And so it's probably, and Josh Allen and the Bills. So those are going to be some pretty tough games that we got coming up outside of, the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Washington football team. That's where a lot of the hard stuff starts, right? Um, and that's something that we are going to have to overcome. And here's why it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So let's take a look. Quarterback, we do have Matt Ryan obviously starting. AJ McCarron is the backup. I did put rookie Felipe Franks. I think that's his name. Franks or whatever. He's on the practice squad right now. Running back, we don't have anybody exceptionally great. Mike Davis, Cordell Patterson is pretty old. Javian Hawkins, a rookie coming in, but he's only a 71 overall. So the running game, as much as I like to make it a focus, and we are going to hammer the ball. Don't get me wrong. Like that's probably not going to change. You have to run the ball to try to keep a defense honest. But that's going to be a little tough. And then that's going to make it harder for our receivers. Obviously, Julio was traded in the offseason. So we're looking at Calvin Ridley being our primary. Russell Gage Jr. comes in second. I did sign Marquise Goodwin off of free agency during the preseason section that I didn't really see the need to record it. And I only signed Goodwin because of his speed that he has. His speed is a 96, and that is something that coming out of the slot, coming on cross patterns, kick returns, is a big-time need. Now, Kyle Pitts, the rookie we got coming out of Florida, our first-round draft pick, he is also going to be heavily utilized in our passing game. Jake Matthews is, I would say, probably easily the best offensive lineman we have, so thankfully he is at left tackle on the blind side. But look at Jalen Mayfield, Matt Hennessy. It's a 66, 67 overall rating for the left guard and then the center. And we just don't have a whole lot else going on. Chris Lindstrom is an 80 overall, but in the end, his speed, his agility is not really what you want it to be at for someone in that position. And then look at our right tackle, Caleb McGarry, 70 overall. So we're going to have to do a lot of rebuilding when it comes to this offensive line, right? And that's going to take some time. Defensively, we do have Grady Jarrett coming up off the left end spot there. I do have him shifted over to the left end, which puts him generally on the right side of most offenses. So that way, that's generally where they're going to come at you from, is their right side. And Davidson over there on the left side. I mean, look at this guy, 69 overall on the defensive line. And that is just something we can't really, we're not going to be able to do much with. And so I do find one of our other linemen, one of our other defensive ends that we have, Jacob Tuioti Mariner, I'm assuming that's how it is. He's a 70 overall, so we are going to slide him into the end spot, starting on the opposite side, just so we have, at least two guys above 70. And then if we look at the defensive tackle, Davison, Sagapolu is way on down there. Davison's at a 71. So the defensive front is going to be kind of rough. I'm looking at linebackers on the left side. We got Brandon Copeland. That's just a 72 overall. And for a guy that's in his 30s, that's not very good. Deion Jones is primarily the best, along with Olakun coming in the middle linebacker section. So whenever we do have four linebackers out there, if we get them both on the field, that'll work out to kind of round out that front seven. But if you see, even with Dante Fowler being 73, we just don't have a whole lot of highly rated guys in the front seven. And I can tell you this, the situation does not get much better for our defensive backs. A.J. Terrell Jr., 77. Moreau, 77. Oliver, 74. Sheffield, 74. It's just guys that are going to need a lot of work and development. Good thing is they are young, so we shouldn't see, except for Moreau, he may have a contract that we'll have to negotiate at some point this year with him having 4 years of experience. But we'll kind of see how that works. Now, Duran Harmon, he's an 80 overall free safety. He's a little bit older, though. That's the problem. And, his strength isn't all that great. His speed is okay. It's not what you really want. And then Richie Grant coming in at strong safety, coming at 73 overall. He is a rookie, so we will have time to develop him. And if you look at his speed, 87, his acceleration, 92. He's got some traits there that I think we can truly work with. But it's going to be a long, tough road, right? And so let's set the goal for this season. I'm obviously not going to make it to the Super Bowl. And looking at our schedule, to be honest with you, making it to the playoffs, probably, that's going to be pretty unlikely. 7 wins, I think, is going to be one. It's a realistic goal. I mean, let's face it. It really is. It's a realistic goal. And I think it's something that's doable, right? It definitely is a doable achievement, I would say. So let's go into the key to winning opening day. It's opening day this week and a fresh start for every team around the league. And you'll be facing the Eagles. What's the key to victory? Well, I think we know our defense. We're not going to have a stifling defense. So I go with a dominant offense. We are going to be the Cowboys of last season without the injuries is what I'm hoping. We are going to, I say that Cowboys last season before Dak got hurt. One of the most potent offenses that there was in the league. Dak was top quarterback. He had the most passing yards even after being out for 1 week before someone took it over. So we are going to have a potent offense. And Matt Ryan, man, he just can't really scramble all that much. So getting him out of the pocket is going to be tough. And with that shabby offensive line, it's going to be real hard to kind of extend plays out. So I need the running game to work for me. So we are going to look at possibly making that kind of a focus, at least to winning this first week. And maybe if we can achieve that goal, that'll give us some opportunity to kind of develop from there. So looking at our team goals for the offensive coordinator. So knowing that we want to have a powerful rushing attack, I put our offensive goal as rushing for 150 yards. Defensive goal, man, don't allow a passing TD. We know that's not going to happen. We're definitely going to allow at least one. Recover 2 fumbles. That's a pretty intense thing. So I'm going to go for sack quarterback 3 times as what we are going to look at. That is relatively doable. Grady Jarrett on the line. One guy can mix things up enough. And if you take our 2 middle linebackers in there, we have a definite possibility. So win the turnover battle for our head coach goal. Get 450 yards. 70%. Time of possession. That's possible. The way I play, I do use the accelerated clock, but I do keep it on the chew clock mode just because we have 15-minute quarters. So that's technically possible. But I go with the get 15 first downs because for a basic game, that should be something that, once again, is relatively doable, right? It really should. And so I stick with that for our player personnel as well. Now, this is a very start of our Madden 22 series. So we are going to go ahead and jump in to the opening week here in Atlanta. And this is the very first possession where we are starting to show it at the 46-yard line with the 1st and 10. Now, Matt Ryan, I told you, rolls out of the pocket, and he goes down easy. I had to get him moving. The pocket shifts so much, and our linemen get pushed right back into it, so we kind of have to do that. So now that brings us to a 2nd and 20 where we go 3 wide receivers on the left side, Pitts on the right from the shotgun. Now Ryan's going to look over the formation, fire it to Pitts, and what a catch by that linebacker as he intercepts Matt Ryan. His first interception of the game coming this early. We're about 2 minutes into it, 2.5. And this guy's making diving catches. And in case y'all are curious, I am playing it on all Madden. I have not touched the sliders. And that is why you see interceptions like that being thrown. And you see guys so wide open right there. Because of that. And if you notice, look at that. Colin Kaepernick is the quarterback for the Eagles in this one. So I guess they did sign him in the offseason in the Madden universe. And now he's got himself a starting spot. Not sure what happened to Jalen Hurts. But the Eagles have a 1st and 10, and they're going to fire it again. And, man, we're getting just destroyed. I think that's Fowler over there. And he just doesn't know what to do with himself. And look at that. Philly's already gaining momentum on us. They've only had the possession for 2 minutes, and they're already in the 9-yard line. But that should hopefully push them back a little bit. That'll give them a penalty. False start on the Philadelphia Eagles offense. And that will push them back 5 yards to the 14-yard line. So we do have a 1st and goal from the 14. Now this time Kaepernick's going to be under center. 2 tight ends. 1 running back in the backfield right behind him. He gets the snap. We bring the pressure. Kaepernick's going to go down. He goes down. First sack of the 2021 season goes to Turioti, whatever his name is. That guy, I can't pronounce his name. As he gets in there, just gets right past his man. He hits him first, but then our linebacker comes in and clears that mess up. That is a quick, fast-acting defense. That's what I really like to see right there. And so now they have a 2nd and goal, even further back from where they just were, coming in now to 2nd and 18. Or 2nd and goal from the 18-yard line. Kaepernick is in the shotgun, 4 wide with a tight end in the slot. High snap, almost goes over his head, but he's got space up the middle as he hands it off. And he's going to be stopped after a gain of, about 8 yards, all the way down to the 10-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and goal for this Philadelphia offense. Now, this is where our defense needs to make a stop. We shouldn't have to worry too much about speed because everybody is kind of crammed in there in the final 10 yards. So we should be able to kind of fill in the space and close up some of those gaps. So finally, we bring pressure on Kaepernick, and he's going to heave that one out. But there's a flag as that one falls incomplete. They're going to call it illegal touching. Ooh, okay. I'll take it. Illegal touching. We'll accept it. Wouldn't have mattered. Philly does kick a field goal. Now on the ensuing drive for Atlanta, our 2nd drive of the game, Ryan drops back to pass, fires it over the middle. Once again, another play by that same damn linebacker reaching out there and stopping it. And Matt Ryan's only 3 for 5 so far to start this game. And that's another thing I got to keep in control. I have to keep my run-to-pass ratio in control. So we do run it up the middle. We got some space, except our man couldn't get out of our way. Mike Davis, 31 yards total so far here in the 1st quarter, as he runs into a center and kind of just jogs behind him and before he gets brought down after a gain of about 8 yards. So 3rd and 2 now at the 32-yard line of the Philadelphia Eagles. Lining up, we're going to be in the shotgun formation as we have 3 wide receivers and Pitts is in the slots. And Matt Ryan is in the shotgun formation. He gets the snap. He scans over the field, fires it. It's going to be caught. Oh, Gage dropped it. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, crap. I thought he had it. So this is it. The first points of the season coming up right now. As our kicker, he gets a hold of that one. He boots it right down the middle. And that'll be it. This game is now tied 3-3 as we put the first points up of our season on. Comes up about a 52-yard field goal or a 42-yard field goal, something like that. And that's not how you want these things to go. It just seems to be how that happened. So now Philadelphia did score a touchdown, and Kyle Pitts gets free on our next drive, and he's finally brought down at about the 26-yard line. And that's a big-time play by our rookie, getting out in the open and using that speed to get down the field. That is a weapon that we are going to be able to utilize heavily, I think, in this offense. Matt Ryan actually got rid of one outside of the pocket. Led him a little much, so great catch right there. And look at Kyle Pitts turns upfield and just gets moving. So now we have the ball at the 26-yard line with the 1st and 10 here. As I said, Philadelphia did get a touchdown off camera, and so the score is 10-3, and we're trying to get this thing tied up. Now 1st and 10, they bring the pressure. Matt Ryan's going to fumble. Finally, one of our linemen jumps on it. It took him long enough to realize the ball hadn't gotten thrown, and so he does fall down after the strip sack happens. So we do retain possession, but with a 10-yard loss. So now 2nd and 20 is what we're looking at as the first quarter comes to an end. Ryan gets the snap, throws it over to gets Hurst coming across the formation. Hayden Hurst from right to left makes the catch and gets the ball well down the field for about 14 yards as we end the first quarter of our season trailing 10-3, trying to get a comeback. And Hurst just got that 14-yard reception, so we do have a 3rd and 6 as we are on the outskirts of the red zone. The first time we could be in this red zone all season. It's happening right now, maybe 3rd and 6. Ryan drops back, throws it. He's got Patterson, and that's going to be brought down at the 18-yard line. Cordero Patterson came out of the backfield, made the catch, just could not break that tackle. So we do get stopped, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 3. And so we are going to go ahead and kick it just one more time here. Keep ourselves within one score. That's kind of what you want to do at all points. Just stay within what I call striking distance to either tie it or take the lead at some point. As we drive that one through, the score is now 10-6. Philadelphia still leading. And a little bit later here in the second quarter, after Philly got a touchdown, we got a field goal. On the ensuing kickoff after the field goal, just under 6 minutes to go in the second, the Philadelphia Eagles bring it out of the end zone. He's going to be blasted. It's recovered by the Falcons. Kaminsky, our backup linebacker, comes and scoops it up and gets brought down at the 10-yard line. So we are going to have a 1st and goal situation now after that fumble. A big hit by our man coming down on kick coverage. And we scoop it up, and we are able to get in position to have a good score right here. Now Ryan, with the hands it off to Cordero Patterson, tries to make some moves, but is going to be brought down after a gain of 2. So that brings up 2nd and goal now. Matt Ryan, we need him to be accurate here in this position. Just like it closed off the distance or gaps for us, it's definitely doing that for them too. So now 2nd and goal. Ryan in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 2 tight ends to the right. He gets the snap, scans over the field, rolls out to his left side, fires it to Hurst, overthrows him. If he had pit speed, we're talking 6 right there. But he didn't. Matt Ryan just overthrew him just slightly. So now 3rd and goal. Here we go. Ryan is going to be under center. He gets the snap, scans, fires it to Pitts, right into big-time traffic, and that's going to be intercepted. Matt Ryan's 2nd interception of the game. And that's not looking too good. Now, thankfully, our defense did hold up its end of the bargain and stop Philadelphia and force a punt. So now we have another chance at it as the first half is coming to a close. And finally, Calvin Ridley gets his name called and makes that reception over the middle of the field all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now Ryan trying to make something happen. Takes it to the 2-minute warning here. Still trailing by 8. The score is 17-9 Philadelphia here in Atlanta. And so Ryan with 2 minutes to go in this first half. We're going to go 5 wide at this point. Ryan will be alone in the shotgun formation as he gets the snap, scans over the field, fires it. That's going to be caught by Ridley up the middle. Ridley gets brought down at the 18-yard line as he does pick up the 10 yards needed, and we're going to hurry it up just a little bit now. Still maintaining with the 5 wide. Ryan gets the snap, scans over, fires it over to Pitts this time. Pitts gets the ball, gets to about the 8-yard line, a gain of 10 yards. They didn't give us the first down, so it is 2nd and inches. Keeping it going, keeping the pace moving. Ryan in the shotgun. He gets the snap. He looks over the field. He's going to fire it over. He's got Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons! Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. First touchdown of the season goes from Ryan to Ridley. The double R factor. And that is going to be a big-time score for us as that gets us within a 2-point range. And we actually will have a chance to tie it up here as this first half comes to an end. We've been making silly turnovers. Philly has been able to drive the ball. Kaepernick has looked like arguably the greatest quarterback to ever play the game against our passing defense, which is why they got up 17 to 6 on us, or 17 to 9 at one point. And so we are going to go for the 2-point conversion, and Ryan is going to be under center for this one. As we get the snap, they bring the pressure. It's blocked well, and Kyle Pitts gets the touchdown, or not touchdown, gets the 2-point conversion. His first points of his career are done right there as this game does get tied up right at the halftime. And that was a big-time play for us. All the momentum swinging, coming in our direction. And so that was a major thing that we needed to get done. Now we're going to start here in the second half on the defensive side. And that first pass, and that 1st and 10 pass goes haywire as Kaepernick just could not hit his target. So now we got ourselves here with the 2nd and 10. Trying to keep this offense from moving the ball any and all. As they get the snap, scans over the field, fires it to the left side. He's got his man as we take him down right at the line to gain. And that was a good stop by our defense right there. And that brings up 3rd and 1. And that's a tough little thing to bring down that to tight end. I believe that's Dallas Goedert is who they have right now at tight end. So Kaepernick, 3rd and 1 is in the shotgun formation. And he throws it back out to Goedert. So we got to miss the first tackle, miss the second and the third. Goddard's down the field, 4th, 5th, 6th. Why not 7? Finally get him in the end zone with the 8th tackle. That's freaking Madden for you right there. I don't think he could ever make that run in real life. As they shoot up to get the lead, 24-17 on us on a shabby Madden-ified play. So here we come back, trying to get this game tied back once again as we get the pass over to Calvin Ridley for 7 yards. And that brings up a 2nd and 3 as we're at the 21-yard line for the Eagles. And we are pushing it here, trying to keep our same game plan. We're only down by 7, right? So we need to keep this defense honest. And here, Matt Ryan is going to be under center on this one as he hands it off to Davis up the middle. Davis bounces off a couple guys, lowers his shoulder, and takes down one of their linebackers. But he does get tackled at the 14-yard line, and we do have a brand new set of downs now. So Matt Ryan, this time once again in the shotgun, 3 wide receiver set as he gets ready to take the snap, and he's scanning over the field, and he fires it to the left. That's going to be intercepted at the goal line once again, and now they break a tackle, and he's off to the races. Jake Matthews looks like a fool trying to make that tackle, but we finally get him down after the 3rd interception of the damn game for Matt Ryan. And an amazing play by the defense. I guess I can give him that, but I don't know why he doesn't know how to throw out pattern. I mean, Kaepernick can do it. He's been out of the league for 5 or 6 years at this point. So the Philadelphia Eagles are driving, everything going in their direction now as they have the ball at the 8-yard line with a 1 touchdown lead. They under center, hand it off to the running back up the middle. He fights forward. We do stop him at the 1, though. Thankfully, we get that stop, and our fans are pissed. They are not enjoying themselves in this opening weekend of football action. So 2nd and goal at the 1 now. Kaepernick under center. They do have 2 tight ends to the right side and I formation offset to the left. Hand it off to the running back Brown up the middle. He's not going to get in. We'll actually stop him about half a yard back. And that brings up a big 3rd and goal play. Grady Jarrett gets in there and gets a big-time stop, his 4th tackle of the day, which is pretty decent for a guy coming off that much of the inside of the line. So 3rd and goal, Kaepernick is going to be in the shotgun formation at this time. And he's going to get the snap, scans over the field, fires it quickly to Goedert, who gets his 2nd touchdown here as they have now extended their lead to be 31-17. And with that score, we're going to jump ahead to the 4th quarter now, about 11 minutes to go in this ball game. So we fire it over the middle. Kyle Pitts comes down with it and is brought down at the 30-yard line. Big time catch. And he's having a hell of a day with 132 receiving yards. That is a rookie debut for you right there. Matt Ryan, outside of all the interceptions, has thrown the ball pretty damn decent. You got to give the man credit on that one. Just sometimes he's thrown it to the other team. So with that, after that big play, Matt Ryan, 1st and 10, starts trying to run. Didn't have anybody really open. They played their zones perfectly on us, and Ryan does go down for the sack. And that brings up a 2nd and 14 as we are pushed back to the 34. And now Ryan in the shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers. He gets the snap, going to scan over the field, rolls out to his right, and he's looking for a man, fires. He's got Ridley, just overthrows him. Oh, that's the story of the game. Interceptions and overthrows. If the defender was right there, he probably would have thrown it right at him. But since he was wide open, ain't no point in actually throwing it to our guy. Might as well throw it away from him. So 3rd and 14 is where we stand right now. Matt Ryan going 5 wide. He has the snap. Drifts to his right side. Finds Ridley, but he's going to be brought down fairly quickly at the 27-yard line, and that will bring up a 4th and 7. So we are going to go for a field goal here. Take it as Koo comes out. And he is 2 for 2 on the day, so he's done pretty dang decent. Just to try to get some points on the board. He blasts that one through. 44-yarder. The score is now 31-20 here in this ball game. So about 8.5 minutes, the Eagles will have possession of the ball. They do have a 2nd and 8 as they start to change their play up a little bit. And we make our adjustments as well. Kaepernick under center. He gets the snap. Garrett busts through. Oh, they're not going to give us that? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. We put the pressure on them. And that one should have been counted as an interception because for the first time, our defensive back was all over his man all game. And so now 3rd and 8. They're changing plays once again as we start to see guys shifting around this offense. And we are getting our guys set to making the necessary changes, calling the audibles to match what they pull. Looks like they're back at their original play at this point. But Kaepernick gets the snap. He scans over. 0 pressure on him as we finally add it late. He's going to heave it deep. We get the interception. That's Moreau. Bounces off one man. He's not able to escape. It was that Rager got him, brought him down. Moreau jumps up and had the lead the whole path, and that pressure coming off from Mingo off the edge is what really forced him to throw it inaccurately. And now is our chance to make something happen. 8 minutes to go in this ballgame. Score is 31-20. Philadelphia leading Atlanta as we continue to fight back. And you've got to be kidding me. Matt Ryan throws that, and he's actually going to get up. They're going to say we didn't touch him. That's going to be a damn pick 6. Pick 6. This linebacker, who probably should be playing receiver at this stage of the game, just makes an amazing play, and somehow we didn't touch him while we ran right through him, and I mean literally right through him. But gets up. So now the score is 38-20. And thankfully we just got a big run by Mike Davis, so we should be getting that much closer to our rushing goal for the game. But that's kind of a null point when you're trailing by 18 is what I would say. So all momentum headed towards Philly, trying to at least regain something back for us. Matt Ryan in the shotgun, and he's going to be brought down for the sack. They push their way past. Brandon Graham, 3 sacks for the day. And that's just a symbol of things we have to work on. We knew this was going to be a rough path. Right? We knew this was not an easily paved road to bring the Falcons back from what they once were. And on that one, 2nd and 14, Calvin Ridley starting to look like he has a little bit of life in him as he makes that catch over the middle and picks up 8 yards. And we are going to keep going 5 wide. There's only 4.5 minutes. We're trailing by 3 scores. We need something to happen. And so we speed up the pace a little bit. Kyle Pitts makes that reception over the middle. So we have another first down. Matt Ryan's over 300 yards passing. For just over 4 minutes to go. 5 wide. Ryan in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Scans over. He starts going forward. He's going to be brought down for a sack. Brandon Graham trying to set the single-game sack record is what it looks like as he claims his 4th sack of the afternoon. And we're still going to hurry it up, though, as we get the snap. 5 wide. Find it. Calvin Ridley over the middle. Once again, their zones are dropping really far back right now. So we kind of it works out to our advantage to keep these throws a little bit shorter and then just make the space coming off once we actually get the reception. And so 5 wide. We are hurrying it up, kind of running the same type of stuff here. Calvin Ridley over the middle. He gets reception. Tries to make a move, but is brought down at the 7-yard line. 2nd and 1. Here, 3 minutes to go in this ball game. Matt Ryan staying alone in the backfield. In the 5-wide shotgun formation. Fires it over the middle. Gage makes the catch, and he could not get in. He got down to the 1-yard line before they made that stop. And so now we're going to go more power set. We're going to go 2 tight ends to the right side. I formation. Hand it to Mike Davis. He's up the middle. Mike Davis is into the end zone. His first touchdown of the season. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. The score is now 38-27 as we only trail by 11. I know we needed 18 points, but look at that. Marquise Goodwin, the speedster, up the middle, trying to cut into that 11-point lead. He's finally brought down, and we're going to have to hurry it up. There's a minute and 20 seconds left. We do only have 1 timeout left in this ballgame, trailing by 11. Matt Ryan with the snap, fires it. Goodwin's going to make the catch again, but he goes down relatively quickly, so we speed it up. And now we're trying to get our guys set and get this play decided. If you look at the top there, Philly's lost a good chunk of their momentum, and we can try to reclaim that. Now Ryan over the middle gets it to Goodwin one more time, 3 times in a row. Why not? As he gets goods dropped fairly quickly. And now we're stuck at about 30 seconds remaining in this game. Ryan all alone in the backfield, rolls out to his right side and throws it to Pitts on the sideline, who's going to get out of bounds at the 23-yard line. There are 24 seconds left. Our fans are on their feet, and we're actually giving them a purpose to be outside of anger at our performance. And so 24 seconds remaining. Matt Ryan going basically 3 receivers with Pitts in the slot on that one. And he's going to throw it to the left side. It's caught by Calvin Ridley. He makes the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. What a play that was. Calvin Ridley tiptoeing in the back of the end zone as Ryan dropped that one in there beautifully. Can't say he's done that too much this game, but that one was perfect. Right over the defender into Ridley's hands. He gets the touchdown right there. So we are going to have to go for 2. Because they're going to review it. I don't ever watch the reviews. I just speed through it. And you can tell the decision was upheld. So we are going for 2 points right now. Trailing by 5. Trying to get it within a field goal. Matt Ryan, 5 wide once again. Our favorite formation. He gets a snap. Philly brings a blitz. We got Pitts. He's open all alone. 2-point conversion is good. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Matt Ryan trying to lead this comeback. This amazing comeback right now as the score is 35-38 as we trail Philly only by 3. This onside kick will determine what happens after this. And we're going to give it that little boot. Koo puts the foot to it. And Philly's going to recover it. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Anticlimactic end. Okay, so week 1 comes out with a pretty embarrassing loss. 4 interceptions by Matt Ryan. That's not what you want to see happen. Colin Kaepernick, 6 years out of the league, gets win number 1 in his first game back. And Ryan looks kind of energetic. I mean, we did throw for about 400 yards almost. But, I don't know, 3 touchdowns. But the interceptions were just ridiculous. 4 of them, not what you want to see starting out a season. So we do have to do better. But I think we saw a lot of our weak points here. Going forward, we should be able to turn those around. Now, while I am thinking about it, if you want to join us on this journey to rebuild the Falcons, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and hit that little bell notification icon so you can be notified of all of our upload content that we do have for Madden, NCAA, everything. And if you did like today's video, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button, as we do greatly appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. And we are really thankful for everything that y'all do for us. So on that end, we're going to finish up these little upgrades right here. Caleb McGarry, Willie Beavers, practice squad guy. He's going to get himself a little point. Definitely saw where we need to mark the improvement. So we'll have to see what happens in the future as far as who's going to be available in the draft. Maybe look at trading some guys away, see what we can get as far as spots available. And always there's free agency at the end of the season. So we've definitely got a long ways to go. Calvin Ridley. I'm not sure how we didn't get it done. Well, I can tell you how we didn't get it done. I mean, 4 interceptions. That for one. Um, you know, that's the biggest thing. The turnovers, I think, and this one killed us. It's only one game. We'll get things figured out. That's not the best attitude you want to see from your coach that just got demolished in front of your home fans. But hey, it is what it is. And so that's just kind of how we got to proceed with it. So I will see y'all in the next episode where we will be taking on the Super Bowl champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tom Brady. But until then, everybody, stay safe. And well, you guys know how it goes. Later, y'all.